Xander, what's going on, my brother?
What's up, man? How are you, bro?
I'm good. I'm good, man. You had me nervous. I'm like, damn, did I say something to offend Xander? I've been trying to get this interview for like 2 months.
Yeah, nah, but I guess they never told me anything, so they gotta, the team gotta tell me like, yo, we got an interview and we'll do it.
No, I didn't know. Since you and I text, I didn't know. When the last time I spoke to you was before the fight was fully, announced. It was still kind of in the negotiation process. You told me you rather wait to make sure this official,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
understood. And then it just never happened. But shout out to the team for getting us connected, man. It is fight week, bro. Big fight for you. First world title shot. First and foremost, congratulations. We've been following you here on this channel since the very beginning. I was just telling my audience, man, I don't know if you remember, but you even came out to one of our amateur events in Florida in
I
Northport.
did.
So,
Yes,
man, we
sir.
appreciate you. This is a good moment for you and for us, man, getting to see your journey since 16 years old, man. So just
I
congratulations.
appreciate that,
How
brother.
does it feel to finally get here?
Man, it feels amazing. I'm glad to be in this position at 22 years old. I earned it the same way Jorge Garcia earned it, and I'm excited. I'm excited for Saturday night.
Now, in terms of you not being okay, uh,
Sorry, that was the call.
nah, no worries. You're obviously, not afraid to get in the ring. You did face offs with many fighters. You wanted a bigger fight than this, but this opportunity is a tough fight.
For sure.
I seen him fight Charles Conwell, and I didn't expect him to beat Charles Conwell, and he definitely beat Conwell. Did you watch that fight? And
I
what's your
did.
overall thoughts of Jorge Chino Garcia?
I did watch the fight, and he beat Charles Conwell because Charles Conwell is a very um one-dimensional fighter. If his game plan doesn't work, he doesn't know how to adjust, and we saw that when he fought Jorge Garcia Perez. Jorge Garcia Perez started beating him in the inside, and that's where he's good at, and he couldn't do anything about it. So I feel like Jorge Garcia earned it, and that's why Saturday night we're facing for the world title. Um, he's a tough opponent. He's a tough guy. I feel like he makes some good adjustments on that fight, but it was a lot easier when you have a fighter that only has one game plan.
Absolutely. Okay, so do you think that Garcia's one dimensional as well, or do you see levels in his game?
No, he's not one dimensional. But he doesn't have the tools that I carry in my arsenal. I'll say.
All right. Uh, this happens to be Mexico versus Puerto Rico. Did that make it sweeter for you because it's your first world title shot and it's right away the rivalry
Yeah.
that most fighters crave for?
No, for sure. It's beautiful to always have a battle, Puerto Rico versus Mexico. So it was sweet that it was against a Mexican. And he's been a gentleman throughout the whole build up and all of that, and same as me. So I feel like it's gonna be a great show Saturday night, and outside of that, I will continue to be who I am, and he will continue to be who he is.
For sure, man. Um, Obviously, this is another main event for you. Uh, do you think that you've been groomed to the point where I guess, attendance doesn't affect you anymore? We've had fighters say that they didn't fight in front of a certain amount of people, so it affected their performance on the night. Do you think that
Yeah,
you're over that part of your career at this moment,
for
or the
sure.
events get bigger and you just never know?
No, for sure. I feel like I've been on TV and on with big crowds for so long in my career that I'm used to it. This is my eighth time fighting here in New York, so I know what to expect. I know how the crowd is gonna be and react. So I'm locked in. I have to do my job, go in there, enjoy myself and follow the game plan.
How does it feel to be Puerto Rico's next star? Obviously, they really embraced Berlanga. He was able to make some big events, but in terms of getting there, he hasn't done it just yet. But when he went to fight Canelo for his first world title shot, Puerto Rico was behind him. How does it feel for you to potentially be that next Puerto Rican star? And does it matter to you to be
Man,
known as the next Puerto Rican star?
Man, to be honest, I feel like that title doesn't belong to me to put it out there. It belongs to the fans to call me the next phase or the next guy or however they wanna put it. I have to do my job, and obviously it's exciting for me to bring glory to Puerto Rico always, and to represent my people at the highest level in the sport. So right now, I'm locked in. I want to bring glory to Puerto Rico. I want to be the next world champion for Puerto Rico. And wherever they want to place me on that conversation, I'll be happy.
Do you think winning this world title makes you the next at least top ranked star?
Um, I mean, it should. I mean, it's another world champions that they have in their stable. But again, come Saturday night, I do my job. I become a world champion, and we'll have that conversation next.
Did you watch this weekend's fight? Obviously, from Sebastian Fundora, Tim Tszyu, two guys you've
I did.
mentioned. Great fight. Fundora looked amazing. What was your thoughts?
Fundora looked good. He finally used the jab a little bit more. Um, Tim Tszyu, I was expecting that. He's not a great guy. Using his footwork. So, he was pulling back from 80 something reach. You will never try. You will never reach your punches when you're pulling back from a tall guy. So it was kind of like the fight I was expecting. I thought it was going to be a bit closer because of the first one and how the first one unfolded the first couple rounds. But Sebastian Fundora came a lot more aggressive for this one and implemented his game plan early on and disturbed everything that Tim Tszyu had in mind.
I get the impression you feel you have more IQ than them because I said, "Oh, amazing performance." You said, "Yeah, it was a great performance," and then right away you told us what Tim Tszyu did wrong. Do you feel IQ wise you're at a higher level than both fighters?
I feel like IQ wise, I am at a highest level. The way I understand and the way I see boxing, it's a whole different level. I sit down and I really study all these guys that I know I could face in the future. But right now, the one that I've been studying the most is Jorge Garcia Perez.
For sure, man. Well, it's a definitely gonna be an amazing fight based off what we've seen from Jorge Garcia and what we've seen from you in your previous fights. Do you feel that you'll get the opportunity to land that classic Puerto Rican hook?
Man, if I do land it, it's gonna be trouble because every time I've landed it the right way, you guys seen what happened. So again, I have to stay locked in. I have 12 rounds to fight. If he ends before that, and I have the opportunity to end it before that, I'll be happy to take advantage of it. But I know I'm ready to go 12 rounds and outclass this guy.
I got some questions from the people. I'm screening these. So we got Devin from Santa Ana, California says, with Edgar Berlanga and Amanda Serrano losing on the big stage, do you feel extra motivated to put Puerto Rico on your back? And what did you make of those fights? Did you watch them? And who were you rooting for?
Um, what fight? What the Amanda Serrano and
And
Edgar Berlanga?
correct.
Well, yeah, I watched them and I was rooting. I was rooting for them, being Puerto Rican. Obviously, I wanted them to win. I feel like obviously Edgar got caught early on the fight, and that's boxing. That's what happened in the sport. We always take that risk every time we go in the ring. Amanda Serrano, I think it was obviously a big, huge fight. Maybe she fought the wrong fight, but overall, I feel like they still, the Puerto Ricans. I'm so sorry, the alarm's going off. So yeah, no, I did watch both fights, and no, this fight is, no extra pressure added to it. I have to go in there and do what I do best.
I love this question here. Malcolm, New York. I seen a recent video of you in camp talking about your love for coffee. Hoping you say Bustelo. What's your top 3 coffee brands to brew? Please get that win for us on Saturday with about 7 Puerto Rican flags.
Man, I do get Bustelo in my household. Also, Jaucono is another coffee I get from Puerto Rico, and I think those are the two. And then in Llave, what's the other one? La Llave. We also get it at Costco and Walmart and stuff. So those are the 3 coffees I brew most at home.
So I'm assuming you drink it black.
No, I drink it. I drink it with milk or half and half.
Wow, café con leche y un pan
Y
también.
café con leche. Yeah, man, café con leche is the best way to go, unless it's Cuban coffee. If it's Cuban coffee, then straight Cuban coffee.
Whoa, those Cuban coffees would be so pure. It's like espresso shots. Shout out to you with the pan con, café con leche. We got New York Bullet that says, "What's good, champ? Bring that belt back home. Wepa." So no words, all love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
We got Ali in San Diego that says, "Xander, win, after you win your fight Saturday, do you want Fundora next?"
Well, first we have to focus on Saturday, and you know, hopefully after that we can sit down and have a conversation on who's next.
Pat Bandero, French base, living in the UK. Congratulations on the opportunity for the belt. I got you getting the belt Saturday. I like your style. 154 is a very high level division at the moment. Who do you believe would be your toughest matchup at 154? I'm rooting for you. Boricua de pura cepa.
Well, I appreciate the love. Um, my toughest opponent till the date right now is Jorge Garcia Perez, because that's the next guy, and I cannot overlook him. Again, after I win my world title, we'll sit down and talk about all the names that we have in mind.
I got Jonathan Sims from North Carolina. If you could go back to 3 different moments in your boxing journey, with one being when you and your father first started, what advice would you give to yourself and your father at those times? That's a great question.
To my father or to me, like,
To yourself and to him, if you could go back.
so if I could go back to me, to always listen to that, and to my
Why? You
dad.
struggled with that in the beginning?
What do you mean struggle with what?
Because you said if you could go back and tell your younger self, you would say listen to your father. And I'm asking you, did you struggle with that? Because you're saying you
Oh,
would
I
go.
never, no, I never struggled with that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I will tell you, like, to not change what you did right. Like, it was listening to pops, and to
Okay.
pops, to not stop pushing me, to know my real limits, and to know me, in every way, shape, or form, knowing that I could be better, in anything that I do. So those are maybe the things that I will, tell myself and my pops.
How old were you when you started? Like, how old did your father maybe give you gloves or put mitts or
Five,
just 5?
5 years old, yes sir, in
But
Puerto
that was
Rico,
a
yes sir.
gym? That was a gym, or
That
were
was a
you already
gym.
doing things in the house though?
No, that was a gym. I started at the gym.
Okay.
First time I put a gloves on was at a boxing gym.
And for young fathers out there, would you recommend anything sooner than that?
Man, I
And I
did
don't
it
mean
because I was,
boxing gym. I don't
yeah.
mean boxing gym, but I mean if a father, like hypothetically, I have a son, this is my passion, right? Should I be influencing him at 2, buying him gloves or showing him boxing fights? Like, how would you feel if
You
that
know,
was you?
everybody's a bit different. I wouldn't want my kids to be boxers. Obviously, if that's what they want to do, and that's what they really enjoy doing, I will support them. I wouldn't want my kids to be fighters. Um, but I feel like in my circumstances, I started because I was being victim of bullying, and and I needed to learn how to defend myself. But if it's because it's your passion, I feel like you should let the kid enjoy, and when he's a bit older, 7, 8, that he knows what he really likes, let him pick what he really wants to do.
For sure, for sure. We have Mr. Sava. He says, salute, champ. What businesses are you invested in or thinking about investing in or out of boxing?
Real estate. Real estate is always a growing business and growing opportunities, and it's always nice to invest in your future.
Man, you must have bought half Orlando already, bro. Jesse from West Covina, California. With so many great fighters at 154 pounds, which fighter do you think stylistically? I mean, you've pretty much answered that. You said no fight
Yeah.
is your toughest fight, so you get past this fight. So salute, Jesse. Next one is Juan out of Houston. Who you consider, no, would you consider a fight with Lubin?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't shy away from anybody. And anybody in the division after I win this world title is going to get it. So
Would that fight specifically be big to you, being as though he's from Orlando, you're from Kissimmee, right?
I'm from Fort Lauderdale. I'm from Fort
Oh,
Lauderdale,
shit.
Miami area. But yeah, that fight in Florida always will be huge with all the Puerto Rican fans up in Orlando, and him being from Orlando. I think it'll be big. But again, it's nothing that I'm gonna entertain till after Saturday night.
We have Freddie C. from Ohio, saludo campeón, with a win this weekend. How long do you see yourself staying at 154? It seems like you're growing at a rapid rate. Do you think 160 suits you better?
Um, we'll see. I'll grab this title. We'll sit down with the team, see what's next.
All right, all right. But you weight is easy to make because you smiling. Is it
No, no, wait is easy to me. I mean, that's why I'm still making it. If it wasn't easy, I'll probably move up already. So right now it's easy. Right now it's fun to still make 154, and again, I will win this world title, and probably defend it a couple times and see what's next.
all right, we got 5 minutes left. So, Ese Mora from PA. Mexico versus Puerto Rico has been one of the biggest rivalries in the sport of boxing. What Mexican fighters can you see yourself sharing the ring with that would be a mega fight?
Man, Mexican fighters like right now or from the past?
Right now.
Um, to be honest, the only one that comes in mind is Canelo Alvarez, but obviously he's almost out of the ring in a couple of years. Um, then the other one that maybe can count is Virgil Ortiz, but I don't know if he counts Mexican American or straight Mexican. So
All right. Next one is from Bang Bang Boogie. Saludos, Xanders. I know you've been quiet during most of your career, but wanted to know your thoughts on the comments you made a few years ago and repeated again recently about current Puerto Rican fighters not, whoa, being any good and easy to beat by Teofimo Lopez. Thank you, God bless, and wish you the best. Is that true?
what?
I don't know. Let me see. Read it again.
Yeah.
He said the comments you made a few years ago and repeated again recently about current Puerto Rican fighters not being any good and easy to beat by Teofimo Lopez.
That
Never.
huh?
Never. Which means I
Yeah, I
guess you're
don't know.
picking Sabril over Teo.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that question meant or what it came from, but I've never said nothing about Puerto Rican fighters being easy or not good enough. That would never come out of my mouth.
Well, to end it on a good note, Donald from Baton Rouge, who would you take or would you take a fight on a Jake Paul undercard is what he meant to say.
Um, Depends on the opportunity. I don't think it'll ever happen. But again, it's just a matter of opportunities and seeing what's best for my career and my business.
All right, champ. Well, I know you got to go. I appreciate you, man. Congratulations on this opportunity, and we're going to be rooting for you, man. Best of luck.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right, man. Take it easy. There you have it, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
sir.
Xander Zayas. He's going to have a big fight.